Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Nininger Hall for today's non-conference volleyball matchup here on this final Saturday of the regular season for most of the Division III schools. This matchup here, it's the Gallaudet Bison and the Bridgewater College Eagles. Thanks for joining us here on Flo College. It's ODAC Volleyball here once again. Leighton Pullen with you here this afternoon, or I guess this evening. It's already been a day for Gallaudet. They took on Eastern Mennonite earlier today, and now they take on the Bridgewater College Eagles as they made the trip up, or I guess down Route 42, a little further away from their home in Washington, D.C. Here's the starting lineup for both teams. Let's first go look at the Bison under the direction of Lynn Rayborn for his 20th season leading the program there in Washington, D.C. It's going to be Ella Gamble in numerical order, here. Ella Gamble, Jada Zarepka, Citrine Lummer, Kayla DeBro, Brielle Worley, and Candice Brodnax. And the starting libero for the Bison is going to be Nicole Hicks. Looking at the starting lineup for Coach Harris here today, whatever you want to call it. It is 5:05 in the evening. And dark outside here, Alexis Curry, Faith Depew, Gabby Atwell, Reagan Stoop, Lindsay Kelly, and Agnes Alford. And then the starting libero is going to be number 11, Anna Black, in the black jersey. Gallaudet in the road blue jerseys, white numerals and gold lettering. Bridgewater in their home whites, crimson numbers and lettering. And then the libero for Bridgewater, Anna Black, in the black jersey with gold lettering. Newest jersey in the cycle is Stoop on the dig. Alford's attack misses well long. And the Bison strike first, a 1-0 lead for the visitors from Washington, D.C. Gallaudet, the world's only university, which all programs and services are specifically designed to accommodate the deaf and hard of hearing students. Founded in 1864 in our nation's capital. Here's Kelly outside to Stoop. Stoop will get the kill. The All-American gets Bridgewater on the board. And a sub here for the Eagles. It's Claire Griffith checking in for Alexis Curry. It's already been a relatively busy day here on campus as Reagan Stoop goes to serve. I say relatively busy as it was the Bridgewater swim teams that took down Virginia Wesleyan earlier today. But on the road, as that attack, it found the back of the line, says the line judge. It looked long from my vantage point, so give the kill to Faith Depew. But the Bridgewater College swim team's taking down Virginia Wesleyan, and the Bridgewater football team on the road getting a ranked win. Their first one under head coach Scott Lim. As the knuckleball from Stoop, it caught the back half of the line. From my vantage point, they'll say it's out nonetheless. I don't have a good look at it. It's 2-all. But the Bridgewater football team taking down number 25 Hampton-Sydney, their first ranked win under head coach Scott Lim. It's something they've definitely been working toward. It's been a season for them. They've been in a lot of games just trying to find a way to win it. And they did today. A field goal as time expired from Augustine Miguel. And a heck of a game from the defensive unit, even though a 45-42 game in a shootout doesn't look like it. Defensive unit had a great day. Bridgewater takes the lead there. It's a 3-2 advantage as libero Anna Black will serve. Continue here off the hands of Griffith. Here on the outside, Black on the dig. Kelly, nice save. Atwell over, and it'll be a kill for Gabby Atwell. A nice little tip up front from the middle blocker out of Spotswood High School. Penn-Laird, Virginia is where you can find the school. I believe her hometown is listed as Harrisonburg, though. A Rockingham County school, so not technically in the city of Harrisonburg. One would hope. As Anna Black serve. The line judge says it found the line, much to the chagrin of the Gallaudet Bison. As Loomer definitely thought it was out, and it looked like it was going to sail out from here. They go right back to her. She has a nice dig on it. She's going to get a chance to attack. The block from Depew, or the block attempt rather, misses wide, so give the kill to the Bison. It's a 5-3 ball game here in set number one as part of the libero changes in, and Candice Brodnax will now be back up front. She'll be in the middle spot, the senior out of Springfield, Virginia, and West Springfield High School. Nice dig from Stoop. Here's Griffith, had to go off the back foot. The libero was there in Hicks. Back outside, and that went off the tape, and Loomer very upset with herself. And I don't blame that one on her a lot. I blame it a little bit on the set as well. But either way, it's a 6-3 lead for Bridgewater. Now Faith Depew will serve, and subbing in there was Maya Veselinovic. She'll go up front. Speaking of Veselinovic, she'll get that there, sets it to Depew, who fires one from the back line. The senior fires that one home. I would say in her final regular season home game, the Eagles will be at home to open the ODAC tournament, as that was announced earlier this week. They'll host Gallaudet as this one goes wide from Depew. So something in the scouting report looks to have obviously said they want to try to target Bloomer on the far side there, the outside hitter, the senior. We talked about her a little bit from Frederick, Maryland. And now serving for the Bison is going to be Jada Zaremka, a junior out of Riverside, California. Is that one off the tape? Riverside, California native, off the tape as Alexis Curry checks in and she'll serve. Curry has led the Eagles in service aces this season. It's been a big part of that back line. 177 digs on the season as well. Like I said, a big piece in the back line there with Anna Black. And speaking of Anna Black, she makes the dig there. Veselinovic over to Depew. Depew just had to get top spin on it. And Lucas Van Deventer, the Associate Director of Athletic Media Relations, makes a catch. Sacrificed the water bottle. Now he's asking his caller what happened. But either way, it's a Bridgewater point. 9-4. Eagles in front at the moment. This one to the outside. Nice dig by Black. And even better play for the Bison there, in all honesty. So Anna Black with a diving dig to try to get it back up there, but Ella Gamble ready for it. Listed as a setter, but 5'10" out of Cullowhee, North Carolina, excuse me. I almost said Chilhowie, from Smoky Mountain High School with a nice athletic play up front. And the Bison trailing 5-9 here. It's a nice height. This one on the way. Anna Black on the dig. Veselinovic to Atwell. Atwell just tried to really push it more than anything to the outside there and give the kill to the Bison, as it was Brielle Worley there, the junior out of Amarillo, Texas. This Bison lineup, as you would imagine, from all across the United States. You've got Florida, Maryland, California, Jersey, Virginia, Massachusetts, North Carolina, and Indiana all represented here. Oh, what a play! Loomer with a heck of a dig. Now here's Stoop. Stoop goes to the opposite side, and a nice kill for Reagan Stoop. But, wow. I have no words for what I just witnessed, realistically. That was as athletic as it gets. Two really big athletic plays by the Bison here in the opening set, and it's a 4-set Bridgewater lead here in game number one, and it's a kill up front for the middle blocker for the Bison there, as Broadnex gets the kill, and now she'll sub out. As checking in for the Bison is going to be Angelique Quinones, the first year out of Santa Fe, New Mexico, one of the states I did not mention when I was looking at where all of their players are from. And she'll serve now. Bridgewater made a sub as well. I believe they did. I think Agnes Alford just checked in as part of the libero move. And a skip set attack for Veselinovic gets her a kill. She'll do that a lot tonight. Don't be shocked by that, as she'll check out now. And Lindsay Kelly will go back in and she'll serve. But Veselinovic has done that quite a few times this year. So don't let that surprise you when that happens. If you've watched a lot of Bridgewater volleyball, you know she's going to do it. She has 87 kills on the season heading into today, 88 right there. And for a setter, I mean, that's obviously a really good tally. If you've watched enough volleyball for Bridgewater this year, you know that it's going to happen. It's a bit of a scramble point here, and now it's going to settle up. Here's a free ball for Bridgewater. Kelly's going to set. She wants to go to Stoop. Stoop fires away. That's Reagan Stoop there. So they tell her nicely done. And it's a 12-7 lead for the Eagles, just a 5-point advantage. It's where it's kind of hovered around for the time being. 5-point lead, 12-7 the score. Kelly drags the foot and sends it over. Set to the outside, fired, Alford, 50-50 ball at the net. Alford sends it down. Now it's just going to be pushed over, and now Bridgewater is going to have a chance to work with it. Kelly, the pass was not great, and Depew. Well, Kelly said it was her fault. The set was a little bit off, but it was just a kind of a busted play all the way around there. So you can't really blame it either way on anybody, in all honesty. Just really, honestly, it was a good athletic play by Gallaudet to keep the point going. We'll leave it at that. 12-8 the score. Serve on the way, off the tape, Stoops there. Here's Kelly. She's going to go back out to Stoop. Had it blocked. Block up front by the Bison there from DeBro and Warley. The lead has shrunk to 3. Setter to serve here, and Ella Gamble, senior from North Carolina. Speaking of North Carolina, Stoop on the set, and now the attack, or Stoop on the dig rather, but the attack from the Virginia Beach native Faith Depew misses well long. First Colonial High School is where she hails from. Serve on the way, and that one hits right off of the Eagles. Or that might be I don't know. It hit off the top of the tape nonetheless, and a sub here, Curry out, Griffith in. Stoop's serve is over. Black gets a piece of it. Stoop tries to set for Griffith. Griffith goes to the outside. She found the open floor. It's a good spot there from Griffith. And I want to say a rare Reagan Stoop assist, but she does have 37 of those heading into today. I know I said at one point when I was calling stats this year, a rare Reagan Stoop assist, but she has more than you would think. Nice contact up front, but it's going to be, Stoop's still going to attack with it. But now for Gallaudet, the set's a little bit off, but a chance to attack. And Loomer puts it straight into the net. I think that the set was just a little bit off the mark, and that's what led to that, having too much spin and just diving straight into the net. And it will be a timeout for the Bison. Bridgewater ahead 15-10, set number 1. You are watching ODAC Volleyball on Flo College. Welcome back. It's a 15-10 Bridgewater advantage, set number 1. Gallaudet taking their first time out here in the opening stanza. Bridgewater ahead 15-10. These two teams really, this one is a jostle for some points in the MPI ratings, actually for both teams. Look, this is a Gallaudet team. They're undefeated in Atlantic East play, and that's not a conference to bat an eye at. It's a nice attack there on the outside, for the kill there by Warley, and now she'll go back to serve. It was a nice play all around by the Bison there. Out of the timeout, you had to feel that was the plan, and they executed perfectly. Nice dig by Black. Kelly to Depew. It was a nice set. Faith Depew found the line. That was an all-around nice play there. Kelly was able to get it off balance, over top of her head, right in the perfect spot for Faith Depew. Serve on the way from Anna Black. Dug on the back line by the libero. It's going to go outside here. Nice dig by Blackman. Went straight back over. Atwell found a piece of it, and it hit Claire Griffith twice. As Reagan Soup gives her a nice hug. So for Gallaudet, a chance to try to stick back into this one here. And serving now for the Bison is going to be Broadnax, the middle hitter out of Springfield. Or excuse me, this is a libero. Broadnax checked in. Dig by Stoop. Kelly out to Griffith. Dig there. Now it's going to go back here to the near side. Kelly probably played an out ball. Stoop set is way away from where it was supposed to go as one of the assistant coaches, JT Oates, put both hands up in the air. Stoop chuckles a little bit. The entire coaching staff chuckles. Not probably her forte. We'll leave it at that. And speaking of, she'll dig there. Now here's Griffith. Griffith fires. Nice tip up front by the Bison. 50-50 ball at the net, won by Atwell. Veselinovic back into the contest. The freshman from Waynesboro, Virginia, by way of the Covenant School in Charlottesville. There must be something in the scouting report, as most of the serves went to that side. Stoop sends it high into the sky. Black's got to send it over. She does. Nice play. Nice dig by Black that time. Veselinovic stumbles a little bit. I think the floor might be a little damp in that spot, looking at the way she talked. Now she sets off balance. She might be a little shaken up. The Eagles continue. Now here they go to the opposite side. She got a piece of it again. Veselinovic over, and a Black will set. Now she goes to Veselinovic, who a rare attack. Straight up attack off her left hand and into the net. A weird point all around. I'm glad I'm not on the stat crew today. Corey Nicely and Lucas Van Deventer having the time of their life down to my left. Those two have done it all season long. Knuckleball on the way. Griffith digs. Veselinovic over her head to Stoop. Nice dig in the back line. Set goes right back. Oh, nice velocity on that one. 50-50 ball won by Veselinovic. Now here goes Gallaudet. They're going to attack again. And a Black on the dig. Veselinovic just keeps it in play. Depew's got to send it over. She does clear the antennas. Back to the outside. Tip. Dug by Griffith, but is Veselinovic not going to. Ooh. Not going to get there. And that could have been hairy. Josh Smith over there. That could have been hairy, but either way, it's a timeout for Coach Harris and company. Bridgewater in front, 17-15. Set number one. We'll be right back here on Flo College. (17-15). Set number one, and this one was billed that it could be a battle. On the way, Stoop, Veselinovic out to Griffith. Griffith sends it, well long. So now Gallaudet pulls to within a point at 17-16 now. Serve on the way here from Zimrimka. Griffith Veselinovic to Stoop. Stoop tips it forward, and it'll be a kill for Reagan. Stoop takes a little bit off of it. Alexis Curry in, Claire Griffith out. So Curry will serve. Scattering report, at least the Gallaudet coaching staff saying it's going to the right side. Instead it goes to the middle. Here's the set to the middle hitter. Nice dig by Black. Veselinovic is going to take it herself. She missed it. So here's Loomer on it now with a chance to draw even. On the way, Anna Black digs it up. Veselinovic out to Stoop, who fires it over. Nice dig by the Bison. Now there's Veselinovic again. She's going to go overhead to Depew, and it's blocked right back where it came from. Up front there was Brielle Worley, and now the Bison draw even. It's 18 all. And set number 1. Veselinovic to Atwell. Nice dig in the back line. The Bison just have to send it over. Now here's Curry. Veselinovic, Atwell. It's got to go here. Curry, Veselinovic, Reagan Stoop. Nice job by the Bison. They'll keep it alive. Out to the far side now, and it'll go down for a kill for Worley. And now it's a Bison lead, 19-18, here in set number 1. Coach Harris giving her team some directions here. Serve on the way. Black. Now here's Veselinovic to Stoop. Stoop dials it up. Nice job from the Bison to keep it alive. Veselinovic to Atwell. Atwell's just able to get a piece of it. Now here it goes. Far side. Gallaudet tips it over. Reagan Stoop with a nice dig. Now Depew. She'll push it over. Trying to go deep. There was a space there in the back corner, but it was plugged very quickly. This one blocked up front. Nice job by Veselinovic. She got all of it. And now here's one sent over. Stoop tips it. Gallaudet going to try to keep it alive. Sent toward the first row of bleachers. It's over. Veselinovic. Atwell. Kill. Coach Boren wants some sort of change there from somebody in the back line. I can't really tell what he's looking for. He wanted them to move over. He's thinking the serve is going to go to the far side. Here from Jill Levin. Instead, she's going to go to the middle. Libero's there. Reagan Stoop is also there. And Bridgewater steps back in front, 20-19, here in set number 1. Levin looking for somewhere to go with it. Spins it with the right hand, tosses it up, and now serves it over. Here come the Bison to the far side. Missed it wide off the hand of Worley. Timeout. Gallaudet. Bridgewater in front. I believe it's 21-19. Should be 21-19. Timeout Gallaudet. We'll take a break. Welcome back, 21-19 business end. Set number one. Gallaudet takes their second timeout, and the Bison trailing by 2. Things getting serious here as had an issue with the scoreboard at the timeout, but all was taken care of, I believe. Here's the serve on the way from Levin. It was long. So if you're Coach Boren, that's what you want. For Bridgewater, that's the worst thing that could have happened there. Well, not really, I guess, but in the grand scheme of things, the Bison have to hold here to get it back even. If Bridgewater is able here to get it to a 2-point advantage, could have it in their hands here to try to serve this one out. It's on the way. Serve, or reception by Stoop. Veselinovic sent it over, maybe jumped it a little bit, I think. She says, my bad, to the huddle. They actually called her for a double, I believe, because she was the attacking person and hit it two-handedly, I guess is the call there. I mean, it missed wide by about 2.5 feet, but either way. Anna Black, Veselinovic, Stoop off the tape. The Bison keep it alive. It's going to be a nice tip. Veselinovic sends it over. And you get a lot of those. It's going to make the stats a little messy, but a kill nonetheless from Worley. And now the Bison make it their first lead of the night, 22-21. Timeout, Bridgewater. Both teams out of timeouts. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back here on Flo College. Welcome back. Gallaudet now in front, 22-21. Bridgewater has had the edge most of the set, but at the same time, it has not been that much of an advantage either way. The Eagles leading by maybe as much as 5. I don't have the stats in front of me, my apologies. But it's been one of those types of contests. You knew coming in it was billed that way, that these two teams weren't going to be separated by much. For Bridgewater, actually for both teams, you really need this to try to keep postseason hopes alive. Alford finds the opening, 22-all. Kelly checks in. She'll serve. Sub for the Bison up front. Candace Broadnax will go. Well, she subs back out now as the libero checks back in the form of Nicole Hicks, senior from Corona, California. Here's Worley on the far side, hits through the block and finds Lindsay Kelly. And a 23-22 lead for Gallaudet now. Serve is on the way. Anna Black on the dig. Depew just has to try to send it over. Worley goes to the far side, and it's down. And 24-22, Gallaudet now has 2 set points. Stoop on the dig. Kelly to Depew. Depew fires, had it blocked. Over, here it goes, down and set. Bison. Gallaudet takes the opening stance at 25-22. We'll take a long break and we'll be back. Gallaudet with the opening set here on Flo College. Welcome back. Set number 2. Gallaudet taking the opening set 25-22. Let's look at it here for you. And opening set, you want to look at a stat that made a difference. The hitting percentage was where there's a kind of a large disparity. Gallaudet hitting at a .206 clip. Bridgewater hitting at just .152. Really, that's where the difference is coming. Now, for Bridgewater, here's the other stat that I know Coach Harris is not going to love. 0 blocks for the Eagles in the opening set. One of the things that they pride themselves on is blocking up front. Didn't quite happen in set 1. For the Bison, they had 3 total. Bridgewater, none to account for there in the opening stanza. Leading the Eagles in kills there, Reagan Stoop was 6, as to be expected on 15 total attacks, hitting a .333. For Gallaudet, it was Brielle Worley. She came on at the end of the set there, had 6 kills, just 1 error, hitting .357. Ella Gamble as well with 7 assists, leading the way for Gallaudet. Bridgewater, both setters with 5 each, Lindsey Kelly and Amaya Veselinovic. Just 1 ace to count for Bridgewater. It was Anna Black. And for the Bison, just 1 as well with Nicole Hicks. Each libero with a assist, or with a service ace, here in the early going. Serving to get it started is Alexis Curry for Bridgewater. Curry in the opening stanza. 2 receptions to count for. And on her stat line, here's one sent over. Stoop is there. Veselinovic takes it herself. It was wide open. Nice court vision there from the freshman. And you could see Coach Lynn Rayborn. He knew as soon as the ball went up. Curry will serve. 1-0, Bridgewater lead. Curry on the way. Dug there by the libero. Attack wide from the middle hitter in the form of DeBro. She missed it wide. DeBro, the first year out of Jacksonville, Florida School of the Deaf and Blind. On the way from Curry. To the near side, it hit the antenna. We talked about Worley finding it in set 1. Set 2, she opens her first attack by clobbering the antenna. It'll go down as an error. To be fair, she was going to try to paint the line, I believe. And now it's a 3-0 Bridgewater advantage. Eagles trying to step in front as much as they can here to get that early jump and play moving forward. Here's Curry's serve on the way. Worley's the one there, and it's going to be an ace for Curry, her first of the night, and just the Eagles' second of the day. And it's a 4-0 Bridgewater lead. Curry on a 4-point run here to open set number 2. Curry dribbles a few times. Tosses it up, and now she'll go with it. Clobbers it. It's another service ace. And a timeout. Gallaudet. Coach Bourne not liking what he sees. It's a 5-0 Bridgewater lead at the hands of Alexis Curry. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back on Flo College. We're back. Gallaudet taking a timeout, trying to stop the momentum. It's a 5-0 BC lead, a 5-point run to open the set. In the first set, had 6 ties and 4 lead changes. So far, it's been all Eagles in set number 2, but we're early. And the Bison have to readjust here. Bridgewater with a chance to attack. Here's Stoop. She'll fire away, and it is good. Reagan Stoop led the Eagles in kills in game 1. No shocker there. As Loomer says it was her bad. That one was tough to judge. It looked like it was going to go long. You can't really blame her too much on that one in the back line. Curry dials this one up. It's going to go over, and that was not what they drew up, but the Eagles will work nonetheless. Here's Stoop. She goes, found some open space, and that one sent into the bench. The Eagles with the foot on the loud pedal here. Set number 1, they're up by a touchdown. Curry on the way. Dig there. Block up front. The Eagles' first block of the day comes loudly from Stoop and Atwell. Nothing Eagles set 2. Alexis Curry is still serving. This one had a little bit of backspin on it. Most of her serves have been rather knucklebally. This one fired at Worley. That's what she did at the end of set 2. You look at the whole entire second half of the set for Gallaudet. That's where the difference was. The difference maker was Brielle Worley. She's able to do it there as well. And it's now 8-1 as the Bison get on the board, and serving will be the setter, Ella Gamble. Talked about her, the senior from North Carolina. This one's on the way. Nice serve. Black's there. Veselinovic to Stoop. Stoop fired it home. The Eagles missed Reagan Stoop for a couple games this season. She was not able to be in the lineup. And now she's back with, well, sorry for that. She's back in a big way as the Eagles were confused in the lineup. I was a little confused as well. Now here's Atwell. She wants to go down the line with it. Worley's there. Nice job for the Bison. Here it is. It's going to come over, but it's short. Loomer finds the tape, and she did that a couple times in set one. And you look at it first, she only had 11 total attacks, but it was 2 kills and 2 errors for her, swinging just about even for the Bison. This one on the way. She'll dig that one. Nice one-handed set, but the problem was her other shoulder hit the nylon. 10-point Bridgewater lead. It's Gabby Atwell once more. One of the senior leaders on this team. This one spins its way down. Worley's there. It's going to go right back to her. Dials it up. They'll continue. Loomer from the back line. Depew with a nice dig. It was a nice effort to keep it going. The pass wasn't exactly probably where she wanted it to go, but it works out nonetheless. As now Anna Black checks back in for the Eagles, and Worley, the difference maker in set one, will go back and will serve here. Worley, a junior from Amarillo, Texas. Fires one. Stoop with a dig. And what do we got? A Bridgewater player in the net. It's Alford. (11 to 3). 8-point advantage. Serve on the way. Curry. Veslanovic to Alford. She tried to find an open spot, but it wasn't open for long. Anna Black got a piece of it, but it goes down to the hardwood quickly thereafter, and the Bison on a bit of a run of their own now. It's a 3-point swing. They've got it back to a 7-point gap. This one fired away, a little bit of miscommunication. Now give the Bison a chance to attack. Here to the far side, Depew guessed wrong, and guessing right was Loomer. And now it's 11-5. Bison closing back in slowly, but the gap shrinking. Curry, Veselinovic to Alford, and she missed it as well, and now it's 11-6. A 5-point gap. Good run here from Gallaudet. And the Bison slowly creeping back in. But that one misses off the tape. Kelly checks in. Coach Bourne telling his team, he was signaling before to keep going, and I think that's the right message. Is you had a good run, don't let one bad serve ruin the momentum you had. Here's Kelly. That one just barely cleared the tape. Now here's Worley from the back line. Nice dig by Curry. Kelly over top of her head to Depew, and it hit off of Loomer. She looked at her coach and said, "I'm sorry." Is it clobbered Coach Bourne, who was standing there on the side. 13-6. It's a 7-point gap. Kelly on the way. And an ace for Lindsay Kelly. And Gallaudet's going to use their second timeout of the set. Bridgewater in front, 14-6. It's been all Eagles in set two, but it's the Bison up 1-0. Welcome back here on Flo College. It's Division III volleyball. This Saturday evening affair, the Gallaudet University Bison and the Bridgewater College Eagles. Bison taking the first set, but it's Bridgewater who has been in charge in set 2. As Lindsey Kelly will serve it up for the Eagles as they have an 8-point advantage. Dig by the libero. It's going to go to the far side. Nice dig by Kelly. Now Black will have to be the one to set Stoop. Lummer goes short with it. It hits Alford in the hands. I don't believe that's the way they drew it up. And either way, now it's the Bison trailing by 7 at 14-7. Block up front, Alford and Depew. Griffith checks back in. Bison just have to keep it alive. 50-50 ball up front, and the Bison will win it. 15-8 now. Misses long. 16-9. Griffith tried to punch it. It was wide. (16-10). Bison pulling back to within 6 now. Griffith may have gotten away with playing an out ball there. Now she'll swing away and fires it home. Veselinovic in for Kelly. Worley with it. Depew keeps it alive. 50-50 ball at the net. Bridgewater pushes it over. And now Gallaudet has it. Now they're going to skip it. It's got to go over here off of Griffith, and the Eagles continue. Now here's the Bison. They have a chance to attack. Here's Worley with it. She'll fire off the hands. Nice dig over the far side. I believe it was Black. Official standing in my way. Now Depew tries to drop one over on the over. Skip set attack. Depew's there nonetheless. Now here's Veselinovic. She'll skip set and kill. What you can do, I will do better, says Veselinovic. Wacky point, wild point. Statisticians don't love it, but it works. Point Bridgewater. And now Depew will serve. Veselinovic to Stoop from the back line. Nice dig in the back. Here's the libero. She's going to set it out to Worley. Worley's going to have to try to spin it. Instead, she clobbers it. It's blocked up front. Gallaudet continues. Here's this one sent on the way. Depew's there. Veselinovic going to Atwell. Atwell, strike one. Sub for the Bison. It's 18-11. Bridgewater trying to close out set number 2. Scoreboard says 1. It's set 2, I promise you. That one misses long. Serve misses long there from Quinones, and she'll check out as Broadnax checks back in. Alexis Curry checking in for Bridgewater, replacing Claire Griffith. 19-11 the score. Serve on the way from Curry. She goes. Clean ace for Alexis Curry. The senior loomer, she was going to her. Now her and Worley communicate where did I want to go with it. Serve on the way. This time she will dig it, but it's sent far. This one's sent over to Hughes there. Veselinovic takes it herself. I called the wrong setter. I got to be more aware. But it's Maya Veselinovic that fires one down into the hardwood. And it's 21-11. The Eagles extend the advantage back out to double digits. Now here's Alexis Curry, will serve once more. She fueled the opening run, and now she's trying to fuel one to close it, but she hit that one off the side of her hand and into the net. Scoreboard mirrors. It's a nice palindrome. It's 21-12. Serving here will be number 2, Ella Gamble. I guess if you want to read it the way that it should, it's 12-21, but the way I'm looking at it, that's the way it is. And set number 2, Bison up a set, taking the opening stance of things to a late push. Do they have one left here? But it's not going to start now as Ella Gamble's offering misses long. And now the Eagles with a 10-point advantage here in set number 2. And Gabby Atwell will serve now, the middle hitter, senior. Local product as well. On the way. Far side, fired away to Hughes there. Now here's Alford. Alford over to Stoop. Stoop trying to go to the far side, just trying to make something from nothing. Here's Worley. She's got it. She'll just tip it. Stoop was there. Nice effort from Curry, and now the Eagles a little bit of miscommunication, but they get it over nonetheless. Now here they go back to Worley. Worley will fire away, and it is good. Off the hands of Alford and Stoop. Good way to scramble there for the Bison. They get it back to within 9. Stoop, and Veselinovic takes it herself. She does that often. I talked about it early. And a sub for Bridgewater as she gets the kill now. She'll sub out. Lindsay Kelly will sub in. She'll serve. And it's on the way here. 10-point advantage, 23-13. Kelly's offering was going to hit the back line if it wanted to found the floor. Here's one nice attack that time on the far side by Zarepka. The junior from Riverside, California. Kelly. Sent over by Stoop. Nice dig. Now here they go. Worley with it. She'll fire. Curry. Set from Kelly to Depew, who found some open floor. The libero cheated up. It left the whole backside open there. Worley was kind of on an island, and she found the opening. Did the Eagles as Griffith and Curry have tried to sub in without stopping. Now they'll do it. That happened when they tried to switch the first time just a couple of minutes ago. The same thing happened, so I don't know why the official said wow. Sent over, blocked by Alford. It'll continue. Now here's Black. Kelly going to go over her head to Depew. Depew fired, kill, set. We're even. A set apiece. The Eagles take set 2, 25-14. 3 minutes on the clock here in the arena. We'll step aside as well. It's the Eagles taking set number 2. We're even. Set apiece here on Flo College. We're even at a set apiece. The Eagles taking the second stand to 25-14, and they led from wire to wire. No lead changes, no ties. It's Bridgewater all the way, and if you want to look at the percentage, hitting percentage, 391 for the Eagles in set 2 compared to 152 in set number 2, or in set number 1. And for Gallaudet, hitting at .034 in that stanza. So if you want to look at it, that's what happens. Even at a set apiece. Third set, and the Bison will start with it. And serving it up for Gallaudet will be Citrine Lummer. Serve on the way. Stoops there. Veselinovic to Atwell. They'll continue. Veselinovic to Stoop from the back line. Nice dig. Gallaudet will have a chance here. This one sent on the way. Veselinovic out to Griffith. Griffith fires. Found an opening. Curry in for Griffith. For them to have subbed too quick earlier, and he's... Official's still not happy with the way they subbed in, but that's neither here nor there. At least that time he had a chance to turn and look because Claire didn't know she was coming out of the game. And Coach Harris is now going to tell him to slow down when they sub in. Curry serve. It's in. Fought for up front. Atwell just rolls it back over the tape. Now Atwell, Veselinovic, she's going to take it herself. Nice work from Maya Veselinovic, and it's a 2-0 Eagles lead. We were here before. This is not deja vu. This is exactly how set 2 started. Except it was Alexis Curry started the set serving, and now, as Stoop sends it back over herself, it's a dig kill, or a dig set kill, however you want to say it. I've seen it in the stats listed both ways for Stoop, and it's a 3-0 advantage as Alexis Curry opening the stanza with another run on the serve as JT Oates, assistant coach, tells her where the serve should be. This one flat on the way. Nice dig. It just barely skipped off the tape, but the Bison going to win one of the balls at the net, and it's a 1-3 now that the Bison trail. And sub for the Bison. 1-3 is the gap as Angelique Canonets is back in. And a kill for Worley. We talked about her. She was the difference maker in set 1. Set 2, the Eagles kind of limited her. I think, they just limited the attack altogether. Worley still has 8 kills, but for the Bison, but the next one you got to find for the next highest number is half of that for Lummer. This one on the way. Dug up by Black. Veselinovic to Atwell. Atwell missed it just a touch long. Serve on the way. To Stoop. Stoop. Kill. A sub for the Bison. Alford checks in as part of the libero switches. Atwell will serve. And into the game for the Bison. Well, maybe it wasn't. Oh, it was a sub. They subbed in and then she checks out as part of the libero swap. Serve on the way. Nice dig to the outside. Worley. And it's 8 up by Atwell. Here's this one to Stoop. Stoop goes to the far side. She found it. She found the line on the far side. Did a really good Stoop, and Bridgewater 5-3 now. On the way from Atwell, hit off the bottom of her hand. Worley fires it home for a kill. Coach Oates telling Alford, keep her shoulders in front. And I think it's the message I know that Coach Harris teaches as well. You can tell that's kind of what happened there. It got caught behind her a little bit. Veselinovic takes it herself. Nice dig. And it just snuck over. And now it'll find the floor. Nice read there by Alford up front. Kelly in for Veselinovic. And Kelly will serve. Lindsay Kelly. Sophomore setter for the Eagles out of Mount Airy, Maryland. On the way, it was a howitzer, but didn't quite have the clearance. Worley will serve, 6-5. Two teams separated by just a point. Stoop, Kelly, Stoop. There go the Bison. Kill on the far side. 6-all. Then all the brain rot kids are ready for the next point, no matter which way it goes. Serve on the way from Worley. Stoop in my direction. Stoop keeps it, Depew keeps it alive. Alford sends it over. Now here's the chance to attack. Far side, down. And the Bison in front, 7-6. I hate this. Here we go. That one's long. People commenting what the score was behind me. It's 7-all, thank goodness. Griffith and Curry sub in very quickly. As fast as Xfinity Mobile, there's the free plug if you understand the reference. To the far side, this one, I don't think it got inside of the antenna. It did not. Stoop will go back to serve. This one to the far side. Nice spot. The Eagles got to try to keep it over, and Stoop does. Now the Eagles go to the far side. Here's Depew. Worley keeps it alive. Now it's just going to have to be sent over, but Worley says, I want to attack. Depew sends it over. Worley was there. Now to the far side. Here it goes. It's tipped up front. Stoop keeps it alive with a swinging effort. 50-50 ball at the net, and it's won by the Bison. 8-all. Nicole Hicks will serve, senior from Corona, California, and it is in the restricted area. 9-8 BC, it's Anna Black will serve now. Serve on the way from Anna Black, the grad transfer. 50-50 ball at the net, and it's won by the Eagles. And they want an explanation on it. So the ruling will stand. Bridgewater possession. I believe it's a blocking error is what they're calling it. So I think what happened is one of the players in the back, I'm not 100% sure. I didn't see it myself. And with the place I'm standing at, when an official takes a step over that way, I can't see anything. I'll be quite honest with you. Lindsey Kelly recovers well after tripping and falling before. She's still laughing about it a couple rallies further. This one sent, tipped up front. 10-9. The Bison to serve, and back there is Zaremka from Riverside, California. Used to be a nice speedway out there. Serve on the way. Griffith. Kelly sent over by Depew. Black sent it to the far side. Here's Depew. She'll get a kill as Lummer kicked it. I guess at that point you just try to get it up as much as you can. I don't blame her. You're not able to really do much with it. So now Depew will serve. Number 9 to serve, and an 11-9 score. And it hits the tape. It's 10-11. Quite a few service errors. And for Gallaudet, there's been a good amount, honestly. 5 service errors for the Bison coming into set 3. And it seems like a lot, all things considered, looking at Bridgewater, that they've also made 3. And the Eagles win this one. Atwell makes the difference up front, and it's 12-10. Curry back in. This sub as fast as Xfinity Mobile again. Might not be hearing it on Saturday now. The season is over, but we'll plug it in. Stoop able to try to keep it alive, but not much more going to happen. It's 12-11. Serve on the way. Curry. Veselinovic out to Stoop. Nice way to keep it alive for the Bison. They have to keep it. Now here's Depew. Veselinovic out to Stoop. Stoop goes to the far side. Nice dig by Worley, but it's wide. Sub here for the Bison. Was funny. I don't know if you could see it on your screen. Coach JT Oates was up there on the line, waving people off if he could. I mean, I know you can't like go out there and tell your players, like touch them and tell them not to hit it, but he wanted to. Nice tip over. Stoop caught it and sent it back over. To the far side they go. It hit the tape. Bridgewater didn't touch it. (14-11). The Eagles pull out by 3. Out front by 3, rather. To the far side, Worley dials it up. Atwell was there, sent it perfectly through the light fixtures. Now here's Alford. Nice effort to keep it alive for the Bison. Worley will send it back over. Back there is Atwell once more, 14-14 there. Here's Depew, goes to a little bit off target with it. Way to keep it alive. Everybody loving what Gabby Atwell was able to do. The middle hitter comes up with 2 big digs in the back line, and it forces a timeout from the Bison. Eagles in front, 15-11. This is ODAC Volleyball on Flo College. Welcome back. So Gabby Atwell comes up with 2 big digs there. And now she'll serve once more. And then assume her spot here on the left side in the back line. On the way from Atwell. It hit the tape, and it's a team service error or a team reception error. But nonetheless, it's an ace for Atwell. Quite a few quite a sequence of events for the senior. On the way. Worley kept it alive, and now it's sent to the top row of the bleachers as former Eagle Grace Hayes, I guess Grace Hayes blanks now, has to duck out of the way of that one. 15-12, the Eagles in front, as now serving is Ella Gamble. Veselinovic just has to try to keep it alive. Now Stoop tokes it over and good. (17-12). There's an issue with the scoreboard. Seems we have it fixed. Far side. Blocked. Alford and Depew. The Eagles didn't have a block in the first set. They've had multiple now. And that is, honestly, you want to circle one of the things that's been the difference since the opening stanza. That's one of them. And the Eagles now in front, 18-12. Lindsay Kelly to offer. And this one sent off the back wall of the gym near the door gorilla side. And it's an ace for Lindsay Kelly. (19-12). Serve on the way. It's another ace for Kelly. (20-12). It's the Bison having a discussion here. Trying to find a way to stop the run. Here's Kelly. Her offering's over to the middle. Nice work there up front. Was Kayla DeBro with it. First year out of Jacksonville, Florida. 20-13. And Curry sends it off the Green Valley Book Fair sign. It's an ace. Off the tape, it's an ace for Worley. And the Bison now pulled to within 5. It's 20-15. Worley will serve once more, and the Bison slowly closing back in. This is reminiscent to what happened in set number 2. Depew comes out of nowhere, is able to get the attack. Now here's Worley with it, tries to spin it to the floor and does. (20-16). The Eagles looking to get back into it here, or get back in the rhythm of it. They do lead. Kelly out to Stoop, and this one sent in the direction of the stands, and no fan harmed. 21-16 now. Griffith in. Curry out. That one was much slower. Offering from Stoop. Kelly with the dig, rolls up, she's back. Now here's Griffith, takes it off of her back foot. To the far side, blocked by Depew. They'll continue. Griffith tried to get there. Did she get a piece of it? They're going to say it was Claire Griffith with a block all on her own. Serve on the way from Stoop. Set was a little bit awkward. And it's a 23-16 lead for the Eagles. 2 away here from taking the lead in the match score. On the way from Stoop, knuckleball. And a chance to attack, free ball over. Anna Black, here's Kelly, out to Griffith. Griffith fires, and there was Hicks. Now here's Worley, nice. Nicely done from Worley. Anna Black did everything she could, but she was not going to get there. Brielle Worley, junior from Amarillo. So on the way. Kelly goes back over top to Depew. Depew found an opening on the floor. Nice work from Faith Depew. Gabby Atwell back in. And a couple of set points to work with for the Eagles, 24-17 here in the third stanza. Up and on the way. A nice attack that time on the near side from Zarebka. And now she will be the one to serve as the Bison trying to get back into set number 3 and not trail for the first time in sets tonight. It's going to be in her hands. Now on her right hand, it's over. Griffith there. Kelly. Out to Stoop. Zarebka sends it. Up here. And that'll do it. The Eagles take the third set, 25-18. We'll step aside and we'll be back with set number 4. It's the Eagles in front, 2-1 here on Flo College. Welcome back. We had an issue with the scoreboard. Imagine that. On the way. This one was operator error. Curry there. Sent to the far side. Stoop fires it. They'll continue on. Here to the far side. Zarepka hits it straight into the tape. Yeah, that one, the scoreboard error, not from the fine folks at Time Technologies that help us out here. Our good friend Les Bowers has spent quite a number of hours up here the past couple of weeks. Big shout out to the folks at Time Technologies in Roanoke. And all they do to help keep our venues up to snuff. As this one's sent over, it barely clears the antennas. Now here on the out, or to the far side is Stoop. Stoop just tips it over. Now they're going to try to keep it continuing now. Veselinovic takes it herself. It was wide open. That's a good read. Really good read from Veselinovic. And similar to the last two stanzas, Alexis Curry is serving with a multiple point lead. And the visitors holding a 0. Serve on the way from Curry. Nice court vision, but Anna Black was there. Now here's Depew. Depew fires, found a hole. Right through the seam. And it's a 3-0 lead. Curry on the way. Nice dig by Worley. Veselinovic, she wanted to take it herself. Heat check. Might be the wrong sport in the gym, but I feel like that's what it was. Lummer will serve it here. Veselinovic takes it herself, and it's good. 4-1 Eagles. You want to look at some third set statistics. The big one, again, the hitting percentage for the Eagles has went up, believe it or not, from 391, and it's now up to 424, or at least for that set, rather. It was very nicely done. Curry keeps it alive. Veselinovic will just have to send it over. So now the standing will start here. Here goes Worley. Had it blocked by Veselinovic. Maya Veselinovic gets mobbed by her friends. Conrads, whatever you're going to call them, teammates. On the way. Worley. It's going to go back to her here. Dials it up. Atwell was there, high in the sky. Veselinovic out to Stoop. Stoop off the tape. Helps the Bison gather back up. Worley's just going to tip it and found some court opening. It's a nice court vision. Again, that's something that I think a lot of these players have had, and it's kind of went unmentioned today. Both sides, they're seeing the court well. Very, very much so. Serve on the way. Stoop, Veselinovic to Alford. Now here's Worley with it. Nice job by Stoop. Here's Depew, sends it forward. Now they're going to go. Here's Worley right in front of me, off of Veselinovic and out of play. Give the kill to Worley. The Bison keep it alive momentarily. Curry, skip, and Veselinovic takes it. Subs both ways. Lindsey Kelly will step in. She will now set, serve, and play in the back line. Subs here for Gallaudet. It's just part of the libero rotation. Here's Kelly. Kelly fires one, and it's to the back. Give the ace to Lindsey Kelly, and it's a 7-3 Eagles advantage here in set number 4. Gallaudet took the opening stanza, But the Eagles have rode big runs to open sets to take sets 2 and 3. Here's this one on the way from Kelly. Hicks has it. Now Worley's going to have to scramble, and now her teammates help her. This one's short. Nice effort. And now here's Kelly. Kelly going a lot of Eagles in one place there. They're able to readjust. Now here come the Bison. They're going to try to attack from the back line. Curry was there. Here's Kelly going to go to the far side. Stoop has it. Stoop is blocked. They're going to continue. 50-50 ball at the net. One there by DeBro. Seven to 4. Gamble will serve, the senior setter. Talked about her quite a few times today. Gamble scans and sends. Dug by Black. She has to sprint out of the way. Here's Depew. Give her the kill. Hits through the block. Ends up in the first row of bleachers. Sub. Griffith for Curry. This one on the way. It's 8-4 now. Hicks. To the near side. Zepka with it. Stoop was there. Now here's Depew. Depew fires. That one. Nice catch by one of the ball kids. 9-4. Serve on the way by Stoop. Out to Worley. Worley dials it up. Anna Black ate it up. Kelly pushes it back. Terrific court vision from Lindsay Kelly. The energy in a women's volleyball match has to be undefeated. I don't care who's playing. It's always that way. It's quite hilarious to watch. Zepka fires, and that one's good. Or Zaremka, excuse me. Jada Zaremka finds the floor, the junior from Riverside, California. On the way. Black. Kelly to Stoop. Worley ate it up. Kelly to Alford. Alford found the floor. Eleven to 5. Alford out, Atwell in. Anna Black on the way now. This one just snuck over the tape. So Remka, the Eagles going to keep it. No, they're not, because that's the fourth hit there. It kind of just ended up in front of Anna Black, and she just pushed it and didn't get all of it, or much of it whatsoever. Serve on the way. Black there. Depew off of a Bison up front. Kelly sprints over, just has to get it up in the air. Let's go. 11 to 7. Griffith, Kelly, and that time it was Atwell taking it. Here comes Worley, clean. Timeout, Bridgewater. It's 11 to 8. Bridgewater in front, the Bison closing back in. Set number 4. Bridgewater in front, 2-1. Welcome back. Bridgewater taking the timeout. They're up 11-8 here in the fourth. But the Bison with a chance to creep back in as Hicks will serve. Kelly to Atwell, was a little bit off the mark. Hicks up in the air. And that one misses long. Veselinovic, and she'll now set. Coach Boren having a good conversation there with his team. He signaling to him, keep it going. You're still in it. It's a 4-point set. You get the fourth. You don't know what's going to happen. And this one out of play. Give the ace to Depute. On the way from Depute. Worley got it over. Atwell with the dig. Veselinovic takes it herself. And the Eagles now create a little bit of separation. 14-8. On the way, Worley, nice dig. To the far side now, and not getting all of it was Zaremka. On the way. Set. Near side. Fires. Anna Black's there. 50-50 ball at the net. It's won by Gallaudet. Bridgewater now on it. Here's Griffith. Griffith will fire. Not able to get it over the tape. The officials discussing whether it was a block or four. They're discussing what they should have signaled at the end of it there. It's interesting. It's the first time I've seen that either way. I mean, it's Bridgewater wins the point. I guess statistically it's what matters. Here's that one sent over. Atwell, nice dig. That looked awkward, but it worked. Now here's Worley. Depue's there. Now here's Veselinovic over to Griffith. Griffith fires. This one dug in the back line. Here, sent over. The Eagles have to get it over, and Atwell does. Here's the set. It's going to go to the middle, and nobody there for Bridgewater as there's a kid doing push-ups there in front of the front row. (15-10). Serve on the way. Stoop, she was able to get it. Now Depue's going to send it over after a nice effort from Veselinovic. Now here come the Bison again to the far side. It's tipped up front. Anna Black's there on the dig. Veselinovic did not get that clean. Veselinovic has to take it herself. It was just not clean whatsoever once more. Anna Black. Veselinovic out to Griffith. Griffith sends it and will continue now. Worley dials it up. That thing clobbered the tape. Good work from the Bison. On the way. Stoop. Veselinovic. Atwell. She had to hit it with the side of her hand, and it worked. The set was a little bit too tight, and she had to swing over and hit it. As this time, no Xfinity Mobile plug, as Curry and Griffith actually take a second to breathe while they stand for the sub. And Curry does not get the offering over the nylon. Asking for a server check here. It is 11. Coach Boren trying to keep his players in it. He keeps telling them it's only 4. And that's the thing, is it's only 4 points. It's felt like a larger lead than that at times, but it's kind of where it's hovered. On the way, wide. It was a good effort by Worley. It was a decent idea. A little too much mustard on it. Maybe relish, but either way, it was too much. Now Gabby Atwell, 17-12, 5-point edge. Atwell. Hicks is there. Here's Worley. She dials it up, had it tipped up front. Curry gets a piece of it. Now Depew scrambles. And Stoop was able to get it. This is wild, and it's over. Veslanovic to Alford. Kill. Cartwheel. I can't say I've ever seen that before. So Hicks dove after it, knew she wasn't going to get it, and then converted it to a cartwheel. 18-12, and Gallaudet out of rotation. This one on the way, 19-13. Here's Stoop, dials it up, nice court vision, but nice, well, it was nice awareness by Worley. She sprinted over to get it. But nonetheless, it's now an Eagles advantage. And they'll serve here is Kelly and Veselinovic. Now they get back out as a bobby pin fell out of somebody's hair. Coach Harris was able to see it. That would have hurt. Somebody had to dive on that. 7-point edge for the Eagles here. 20-13 is the score. On the way. Skips that attack there. Here is Depew. Depew dials it up. Give the kill to Faith Depew. 21-13, 8-point edge. The Bison still with 2 timeouts. On the way from Kelly. On the way, blockaded up. Kelly out to Stoop. Stoop fires, kill, point Bridgewater. 22-13, 9-point Bridgewater edge here. A chance to start to roll away with it if they want to. Worley has to send it up, and now it's going to be an over. A chance to attack. Kelly, Alford. Nice pancake. No, they're going to say she didn't get to it. Sure you could hear that. 23-13. Service on the way from Kelly. Howitzer. Here's Worley, has to go off her back foot, and now it is 11 match points for the Eagles. On the way from Kelly. To the far side, here's Worley. She dials it up one more time. Worley tunes up the band, and now it's a 10-point edge. 24-14. Whose hands is it in? Well, they're a little confused on who should be serving. The official checks on it this time, making sure 2 is the server. 2 is the server, says the scorekeeper in front of me. Ella Gamba will serve, the senior. It's in her hands, the setter. On the way here, goes short. Anna Black eats it up. Kelly over to Depew. Depew fires. Hicks is there. To Worley one more time. Alford with a block, and that will do it. The Eagles battle this one back here. They take it in 4 sets, 25-14 in the fourth. It's 3 sets to 1 for the Eagles. It's 22-25, 25-14, 25-18, and 25-14 for the Eagles. They move to 19-7 to wrap up the regular season. For Gallaudet, they fall to 24-6. The Bison still undefeated, though, in Atlantic East play. So Bridgewater takes the win this one, and they will be right back here on Tuesday night. They host the number 6 seed Guilford for the first round of the ODAC tournament. That is set to start at 6:30. You can catch that right here on Flo College, or if you want to catch it in person, come on down to Nininger Hall. That's where we'll be for the ODAC quarterfinals. It'll be Bridgewater, the number 3 seed, taking on the 6-seeded Guilford Quakers. Bridgewater victorious in this one, 25-14 in the fourth, 3 sets to 1. Thanks for joining us this evening, I guess. It's almost 7 o'clock, almost time to catch that last slate of football games if you are a sports fan. Once again, Bridgewater taking this one 3 sets to 1. Thanks for joining us here on Flo College. A special thank you to Jen Chan for pushing the buttons and putting up with me all day today. She's been here since who knows when. It's been a long day for Jen. But special thank you to her. Special thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We will see you right back here on Tuesday night for the ODAC quarterfinals. You've been watching ODAC Volleyball on Flo College.